Yo, what is up everybody? In today's video we are going to be talking about the pros and cons of Rell. Now I know that Rell is going pretty popular right now and it's putting up pretty good numbers, so with that being said, I wanted to go ahead and make this video to just pretty much point out the pros and cons of the game. I think there's some really good things within the game, and I also think there's some really bad downsides of the game. I mean, no game is perfect and no game is just all around extremely good. But yeah, so we're gonna get in today's video. If you guys do enjoy this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. And if you guys have anything to say about this, like in your own opinions, just leave it down in the comments. I love to hear your guys' responses to what I have to say on these types of videos. But yeah, without further ado, if you guys do enjoy the video, like I said, hit the like button and subscribe button to let the YouTube algorithm know that you enjoy my videos. Yeah, without further ado, let's hop right into the video. Let's get it. Okay, so the best con, I mean, not con. We're gonna start off with pros. So the best pro with Real Seeds is that its full game just doesn't rely on fruits itself. Like as you can see, I'm on Black Search right now. The most OP fruit in the game is probably like Dragon, most definitely, or that's what a lot of people say, Dragon or Kitsune. Without a doubt, those are the two best fruits. But in Real Seeds, they give you chances to get certain outfits and stuff that overwhelm certain fruits. Even the hockey system can overwhelm a fruit which has a transformation to like an animal or anything. It overwhelms those fruits and all things like that. So Real Seeds is not only going to be focusing on fruits. While the fruits have some really cool transformations, like the lightning fruit and the ghost fruit has awesome transformations. If you guys seen the transformations, you guys will know what I'm talking about. It has some awesome transformations with those fruits. But yeah, so Real Seeds is not going to only be focusing on fruits and making overpowered fruits. While it is going to make overpowered fruits, it won't make it to where fruits are always overwhelming the game like block fruits, where you have to have a really OP fruit to dominate in block fruits. It won't be like that in Real Seeds. While it is cool to have a pretty decent fruit within Real Seeds, they still made it to where that certain outfits and certain swords and so a bunch of other things besides fruits can make the game a fun experience for a lot of players and make it a way easier experience for a lot of players as well. But yeah, let's go into our first con now. Okay, so the first con of Real Seeds, I would have to say, is them probably not being able to keep up with their updates. And what I mean by that is when the game comes out, it's gonna have so much content in the game that it's probably gonna be extremely hard for them to come up with good update ideas, and especially because there's already a ton of crazy cool stuff inside the game. I think it's gonna be hard for them to kind of keep up with like certain updates or like some new things to bring. I mean, they bring in a ton of fruits when the game's initial release, so I think that's gonna be hard for them to keep like creating more and more fruits or like making more fruits from the actual One Piece lore and bringing that into the game. I don't think they're gonna be like creating their own type of fruits. I mean, it would be kind of cool. I think Block Fruits sort of somewhat did that, but yeah, I don't think it's gonna be after the initial release date. I don't think it's gonna be easy for them to keep making updates within the game. I think it's gonna become harder and harder for them because they're adding so much stuff at the initial release date, and the stuff that they're adding is extremely cool. So I think it's gonna be hard for them to keep up with that. That's probably my first con, or the biggest con of this video, is that it's gonna be hard for them to keep up with updates or make better and more updates for the game, because people are gonna be wanting more, especially if they're playing a crazy cool game. People are gonna always want more from the developers, and if the developers give the players a ton of stuff already at the beginning, then what's gonna help them keep making more and more if they already added every single thing they could think of? And that's happened with a ton of games, not just even block shoots. That's happened with a ton of games in the past. It was hard for them to keep up with updates because they've already added so much stuff to the point where they couldn't even think about any new things to add to the game. So that's probably my biggest con of the video, and probably like it's probably the only con of the video besides the game being delayed and stuff. That's probably the only big con I would say in this game. The game looks pretty cool. I don't think it's gonna have that much issues. Now, if it does have a lot of bugs and stuff at the beginning of the release, that's kind of that's kind of a bug. But I mean, they have put a lot of hard work into the game and stuff, so I mean, I can kind of see why that wouldn't be a bug. Wouldn't be an issue, because I mean, at the end of the day, the game will still be pretty cool. But hopefully when the game does drop, hopefully they still have a lot of room for updates. That's my biggest concern. I don't think they're gonna have a lot of room for updates, because they're adding so much stuff at the beginning, like all these fruit transformations. I don't even know if they have a V2 or V3 system in the game. I haven't checked. Yeah, I haven't even checked up on that, but that'll be really cool. But yeah, let's get into another pro for the game. Okay, so another con would be them having the full ship rollments already in the game, like the repair, the cook, and the captain of the ships, and all those things. They even have submarines in the game. Blox Fruits does not have that. Although Blox Fruits has been going pretty crazy, has not been able to show the same type of competition Real Seas had. Real Seas has submarines. Let that sink in. Submarines, actual. That means we're gonna be getting actual underwater experience in this game. That means we're gonna be able to go underwater in the game. It's probably a ton of underwater islands that we are gonna be able to explore. I think that's extremely cool. I'm surprised they actually took that into account. That's something that they actually kind of cared about with the game, like letting us be able to go underwater and stuff. It probably has something to do with correlation with Arlong. Like most of y'all remember the Arlong Park era from One Piece. It probably has a lot to do with that, or the lore from that. So that's probably gonna be what it is, like a mission from something similar to like Arlong Park. I think that'd be really crazy and really cool to have in the game, because it gives you some kind of lore behind the game and like actual missions to do with the whole storyline. I think that's insanely cool. But yeah, the ships, the submarines and all that, those are gonna have a way better experience than Blox Fruits, when all they do is just give us a simple boat, or like fast boats. Although the submarine and stuff might cost Robux, I don't know how it's gonna be obtainable yet. So we're just gonna have to wait till it releases. Or a lot of y'all already probably know if y'all read up on Real Seas. I haven't really read up on it for a few months now, so I have to see the new changes with it. But I think that's gonna be one of the best parts of the game, being able to go underwater and explore underground. That's gonna be so cool in the game. But yeah, let's get on to the last con of this video. Make sure if you guys do like the video, please hit the like button. We're trying to grow as much as we can before 2026. But yeah, let's get on to our last con and make that the end of the video. Now look, I know a ton of y'all are gonna be mad at me when I say this, but the biggest con of Real Seas is it not releasing. A lot of y'all are extremely mad whenever I say that. I have no clue why, because it's the truth. Real Seas did not release what they said they were gonna release. That is the biggest con, because they did lie. Y'all know they lied, but y'all are still defending them, which I don't really have a problem with. I just want you guys to know that they couldn't keep the promise they could keep, and I'm getting a lot of backlash for it, but it's just simply the truth. Real Sea's biggest con is them not releasing the game, or them just delaying the game. That's gonna, you know what that's gonna mean when the game actually releases? It means that they won't be able to keep promises to their players and their community within the game. So that's why I'm putting that at its biggest con of the game. Although the game looks great and everything, I do understand it takes time for people to release great games, and that's okay. But at some point down the line, you have to keep your promises with your players, and you have to give players that faith in your game that allows them to keep hype and just to keep on doing certain things. I think that's what it's really all about, and I gotta say that's probably the biggest con. Now, if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure you guys hit the like and subscribe button. Hope you guys did enjoy it. If you guys have some more pros and cons, let me know down in the comments. I really would enjoy to hear. But yeah, so if you did stop by, thanks for stopping by, and I'll catch y'all boys in the next video. Peace out.